Thank you very much. I'm back in home soil from my other beautiful home in the south. This is very, very quick bit of a story. We live in a state that has a very strong narrative culture, and you'll notice that that book has quite a bit of a narrative feel to it. So I want to tell you a story. I am so privileged to work for an organisation that has been around for 30 years that focuses on health promotion, prevention and early intervention in AOD. They are a very rare species in this political environment. This booklet is about 4 years' work. There's very few other projects like this around the world. We found one in Massachusetts and have had some great relationships with them in the development of it. There are many, many drivers to this booklet, and some of those have been mentioned about the 70-year-olds being the highest levels of daily drinkers. But I want to share a couple of them that came up in focus groups and some of our research. We really are living in a unique Australian population. We have the first time in our history a group of people who did not give up their wayward lives after their youthful years of debauchery and settled down into nice family life. So we now have the baby boom era who have come through, who have maintained their same drug and alcohol habits, and for a lot of those we've heard this morning are getting worse as they get older. In our focus groups, we were surprised by some light bulb moments that happened repeatedly through these groups. One of them was about people had no linkage whatsoever between alcohol and some of their current health and unwellness issues, because it was a very slow, insidious, long-term use of alcohol over many, many years, so you don't connect the two. We're more likely to just connect something that is an immediate cause and an immediate effect. And so people had very little understanding of how much alcohol could influence their health on a daily and ongoing basis. The other thing that happened in the focus groups is that people had an understanding that the standard drinks formula was in fact a recommendation for healthy drinking. And the number of people who went, oh, it's not that, it's actually the upper limits for the fit, healthy end of the population, absolutely changed their approach to thinking about alcohol. Their understanding that their metabolism can change so markedly as they get older, and I'm talking 35 onwards, so that's most of us, was also a light bulb moment for them. The fact that the metabolism rates for dealing with alcohol was so much slower in the older population was also a light bulb moment. So we set about this project, developed it. We're really of the nudge philosophy as well. We go nudge, nudge, win, win. And because we do a lot of whole of population work, we want to nudge people's thinking and their attitudes and their behaviours along a different path, and hope that we then get a universal, proportionate move in the population around their behaviours. So we started a campaign, let's reduce our drinking by half, let's use lower percentage of alcohols, because that has a marked impact on lessening the amount of alcohol that are people. Let's educate people about the Mediterranean diet, which is the real healthy part, which is in fact a very small medicinal dose of alcohol in that diet. And let's really push for health and ongoing increasing of our health, because lots of Australians are going down that way. And I thank the ABC because they work so well on this promotion. Thank you.
Thanks, Ronnie.
The drinking habits of older Tasmanians have health professionals concerned. People in their 60s and 70s consume alcohol most frequently, prompting advice about how to drink wisely.
Helen Duggan shares a daily ritual with thousands of Tasmanians of a similar age. She was surprised to learn older people are the state's most frequent drinkers.
We just enjoy having a few drinks together, but yeah, nobody sort of loses control or overdoes it.
The finding comes from research by Tasmania's Drug Education Network.
As people get older, there is an increased rate of daily drinking, so it's around 16-17% for the over 70s.
Den is worried safe drinking messages targeted at young people are missing their mark. It's developed a booklet called Wiser and Older.
We really wanted to provide information for the older population as well, so they could understand and have some information to help them with their choices around alcohol.
Older people process alcohol more slowly.
It takes them an hour and a half to 2 hours to process the same alcohol that a young person would process.
They also take more medications and suffer more adverse interactions with alcohol. Den wants to lower the recommended maximum daily alcohol intake of 2 standard drinks.
And for older people and for younger people, that in fact should be probably 1.5 standard drinks or even 1 standard drink.
Mrs Duggan is heeding the message.
I thought I was, being very responsible, but I do sort of tend to fill the glass, and now I know that, well, okay, that'll do me. I don't really need to go back for another one.
A wise choice. Laura Beavis, ABC News.